Jawan, he's much more socially awkward, isolated, all those things than I expected him to be preseason.
Yeah, same. Because I had him at like number
Yeah, you did
3.
have him up
I just
there.
knew he was
I
gonna
was
go in there and
like,
be like,
should have laughed at your
I thought he
winner
was gonna have a
pick.
little bit more.
And for those who didn't watch the draft, she laughed at my winner pick of Shannon.
I did laugh. I
she
did
and
laugh.
she had
It was
big
Shannon.
faces.
Let's laugh again. No,
Not you. Shannon's doing good though.
welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Survivor 49, episode 5. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. So yeah, let's get into it. I thought my girl Shannon was a goner, but I was like, she made it. She made it through.
I was hoping that they lost so that she was a goner.
Oh my
okay, I was ready.
Haters going hate. It's like
I was ready.
No, I.
But let's get into the blue trap.
Yeah. Let's do the blue trap because that's when they start off the episode heavy with Shannon, and I was like, oh. Girl is about to go home. I thought she was about to go home. I was like, not yesterday, but last week was the setup for this week, and I'm like, they about to eat her this week. I'm torn on Shannon because, like, I really, you know how, like, you like somebody and you want to keep that same image you have, and then despite the evidence, you still view them in the way you did before, and it's like the evidence is showing something different. So it's interesting, but I would love to see, nothing would make my heart happier than to see a Shannon that emerges from the ashes of this. Like, I would have loved a tribal council. Look at you.
She ain't emerging, bro. Wrap it up. She's not emerging. I promise you that girl not emerging, okay?
Okay.
Everybody is on her.
Look, yeah, but I see what happens. Like, I don't know. Everybody is on her ass. She was giving this episode very like lack of self-awareness. Like, and it's like that part. I think you have mentioned that before, maybe in all of our discussion about Shannon. And it's like that part was emerging a little bit more clearly for me with her. But I still say, like, the shark that everybody sees, I see that it's in there, but people like Sage call it something bad. I just say it's like, she's gonna be a good player. But yeah, she is laying it on a little too thick. I'm like, you got Christina out here waffling like that. Come on.
Well, I don't think Christina wants to waffle. I think Christina is just like, I'm in this game, and so I can't protect you if everybody's coming to me saying that this is a problem and you're playing too hard. At the end of the day, you are original Uli, so Christina's like, I'm gonna have to stick with Hina, which I'm glad she did. I was glad because when she said I want to fight for her, and I'm like, and don't you give up your position for Shannon?
Yeah,
sis. She cannot stay.
I mean, I don't.
She can't stay.
I think she's in enough, like Christina, like she's in the Hina enough that she doesn't necessarily. Like, I don't think it would give up her position doing that, but I do think it could damage her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could damage her.
Agreed. Yeah. Yes, I am all for the Shannon chop. And I don't know. I like Sage. Like, at first, I wasn't really feeling Sage, but this episode,
I give her
last episode, she is rising for me, and it's something about like just her pure authenticity that I feel like it makes you lean into it as a watcher for me, right? Like, Sage is just herself, her quirky self. She says whatever's on her mind. She is observant, right? It's like she has space, time, and like situational awareness. And Shannon has it too, right? But Shannon's it's manipulative. It's manipulative.
I give you that.
Yes, because it's just like what Sage said, right? Like, she finds the thing that you care about, and then she dives all the way into that thing. And like, if you're diving so deep into that thing, how are you actually creating a genuine relationship? It's almost like that one-sided relationship where you're trying to be so interested in that person, someone actually can't be too interested in you. And people do naturally like to talk about themselves. People naturally like to, be a little self centered if that space is granted, right? But within that, it's like you never get to know Shannon.
Yeah.
Besides, like this one persona that she displays to you.
Yeah, I mean, with Sage, I will give you that. Like this episode only is when I started being like, okay, the wolf Sage is all right. I might could get behind a wolf Sage. I'm not quite there yet, but up until now, she has not been someone that I have like had any level of like interest in rooting behind or rooting for. But one thing I will say is like she's giving me like, were you trying to have your stick like I'm the weird girl, I do this, and then you're not nailing that, like that's not endearing people to you, and then you being a hater with Shannon because Shannon got her little stick, her little thing is the Jesus-y, spirituality, and hers is landing better, and so you're being a little bit of a hater. I don't know, but either way, I'm not a huge fan of Shade.
I think a little
but
bit.
She's all right.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like that could be a view of it. And then also, too, I think she's the only person coming over from original Uli, right? And so, like, she saw how Shannon was there, and now she's seeing how Shannon is here, right? And so now she gets to, like, compare these two Shannon spiritual personas, and she's like, it ain't mixing. She's like, your voice is getting high pitch over here. You're doing your song and dance over there, and it's too much. It's too much.
What were your thoughts about Steven? Like Steven, because he, I think, has been the thing that has unraveled whatever Shannon's been trying to build. I think it was him. I think if he had not been like, oh, let me intentionally talk to MC, him calling MC his number one too. I'm like, interesting. Steven, thoughts on Steven?
Yeah, so remember last week I said I don't think Shannon will be able to get through because Steven is already sniffing out
you
that
did
this
say
ain't
that.
it. Called her like what, the spiritual shark or whatever. And so once he speaks to MC, like that little connection that MC and Shannon could have ever had is
No, you're
over
real. You
because
did say
they seem
that.
like they are tight. And remember, I said it throw you off your rocker a little bit with Shannon when she come in with all the vernacular. Steven said the same thing. It's disarming, and you're like you kind of just like fall back into it, and you don't know that you're falling because she wraps you in super super deep, and Steven is like, oh, hold on. One, probably because Steven is like rooted in what he
He a
believes,
little
so he probably like
sciencey.
nonsense.
He like, I'm a
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
science
He probably
over
like,
faith right
yeah,
now, over
yeah, yeah,
spirituality. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know, I'm not saying he's one or the other, but I can see him running everything through that little logic meter he's got in his brain.
yeah.
And so yeah, I could see it. I don't think I recognized that Steven was as possibly and potentially strategic and influential, because to recognize her strategy and all this, there's something in him that's just eye on the game. He was, I think Steven was my number 7 on like winner picks when we did the draft. But he's like definitely like rising for me, but he's got a little bit of unexpected social capital that I didn't think he had or would have or could have. So
Yeah. Well, I think part of that is because like we haven't seen much from them, right? Like
mhm,
them and original Uli have not necessarily had to play.
mhm,
It's just been the original
mm.
Kelly tribe that had to play every single week for now, like the first 3 weeks. So I feel like now we're getting to know more people. We got to see a little bit more from, at least for the blue tribe, more from Steven, more from MC, more from
We still don't
Sage,
see a lot
right?
of
So
Sophie S, which is so surprising
yeah,
to
still
me.
not a lot of Sophie S. Yeah, I'm like, is she gonna be a late bloomer? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Because I mean, she's insulated right now,
Mm,
right, on that
mm,
tribe. She wouldn't
mm.
go, at least not the first,
I
like,
have no
potentially
clue
two
though.
people,
I have
right?
no clue
So
because thinking about that tribe, well, I'm thinking about really the original Hina. Are you saying this tribe as they are right now, or are you saying like, yeah, I
yeah,
guess,
this tribe as they are right now, I don't.
yeah, no, I
Yeah,
guess she is insulated. Yeah, yeah, but just because they're in the
so I don't
majority.
know.
But in the
Yeah,
original Hina, it's like where was she in that? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, she was
It's
lost.
hard to
Yeah.
tell.
She was lost in the edit.
Yeah, in
at
the edit,
least.
because she at least was close enough to MC for MC to tell her that the rest of them brought her in on something. Who was in that besides? It was like Matt, Christina, MC, and who was the fourth person? Was it Steven? Or was it?
Yeah, Steven.
It wasn't Jason? Or is this?
Nope.
It wasn't Jason? It was Steven? Okay.
You talking about that one that Matt brought
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
It
Oh, okay.
Jason. It was, yeah.
But yeah, do we want to go into the other tribe, or do we want to go into this little journey, given that there was one person from each tribe?
Well, I wanted to talk about Alex and this bird.
Oh, yeah. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, when he said like people call him soft and feminine, it's like that is like his vibe, right? But it was something about the way he put his hand up when like the bird first died. I was like, he seems like somebody who's one of those really, really nice guys finish last type of guy. You don't think so?
I get what you're saying. I'm just like, oh, even in your opinions, he's finishing last. I didn't got time. I'm serious. That's what my face was about. I was like, oh.
But not in the bad way, but he's going to end up with, I feel like, a good, just like cream of the crop type of person, because he is that nice guy. And I don't know. He gives me that vibe like the nice guy who pulls the baddie that nobody would expect.
Like,
that's what he gives me.
Not trying to laugh because I don't have any. That's interesting. I have no thoughts on him. Like, zero thoughts.
Yeah.
Zero thoughts.
Yeah, that's what came to my mind. I was like, he's gonna be like the nice guy who pulls the baddie, who doesn't mind a guy that is not like displaying all of this hyper masculinity. And it just becomes a beautiful, loving relationship. That's what I see.
I feel like any man could pull any woman. I mean, not any woman, but like they could pull a nice woman, like anybody. So yeah, that could be in his future. I'm not saying it in the sense of like, I just more so because women, I think, don't just go on looks, you know what I mean? And they don't just go on like one thing. There's a lot of different things, and you just could be a right feel.
But I'm talking about for the people who would look at him and say like he's too feminine, he's too soft, like to people who were like possibly picking on him, like as you get older you get out of those thoughts. But I feel like for the person who was constantly receiving those messages, those stick and they land and it's like, oh wow, like this is you,
Yeah. Like no, yeah, it was an interesting thing. I was like, though, I've been to farms. I've seen, chickens get killed. I've not done it. But I was like, this is a very interesting, I don't want to say dramatic to like lessen it or make light of it. Cause it is, it's like, this is a thing. Like we're killing these animals. And so it was a very, I don't know.
Everybody was
I was like, it was a lot.
Everybody was toe up. I don't think we've seen that where there's not like this one person like, I'll take care of it, and they're like the Aussie and they just go do it and now it's done. I feel like there's typically somebody on the tribe who's just like, okay, cool, let's go handle it. But everybody was like, what?
I mean, I don't think you have any Aussie guys on this tribe, though. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have. That's not them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they showed all of the dramatics, because they don't have somebody who's just taking the chicken and just caveman.
I know, because I was like, all of the wringing of the neck, like y'all ain't got no knife. Like I think that they was supposed to just like hold it and then do that. And yeah, I have seen it, but it's just like it felt like it was overblown a little bit.
I know I would be out there like I would be freaking out. I know I would. So everyone's reaction, I was completely understanding it, because I was sick even like just watching them react, and I'm like, even thinking about it now. As much as I tear down some chicken, I'm just like,
no,
I don't want to see it.
I agree. Like the edit had me emotional as well, but I'm saying like as someone who has seen chickens get cut, the edit versus the life experience I've had of it, this edit heightens your emotions, But also they, I don't know.
Child, none of them expected it. For sure. None of them thought at one point in this experience coming in that they were gonna have to kill each other,
Yeah.
and that's very clear.
Yeah. But I guess it's
Very,
something you
very
gotta think
clear.
about.
Christina said, "I'm afraid of birds." I wrote down Christina, girl, afraid of everything.
Right, right, right. But yeah. I wonder if they're gonna do it
Even though I
again.
really, she's still my pick.
Yeah, she is your pick. I wonder if they're gonna do it again. They'll kill all seven of them. Oh no, there's four. There's four.
For
Yeah,
yeah.
the other three.
I mean, they gotta lay some eggs
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
so they gotta use them,
yeah,
get them a little farther in the game.
yeah,
I don't think they could just go chopping a bird every day.
yeah,
That wouldn't be smart,
yeah.
unless they care to not share it at the merge.
Facts, facts. That they need to eat them birds.
So let's go ahead and get into the journey, and then we'll talk about the new Hina Yellow Tribe. Yes, MC and Nate went. But actually, let's talk about Jawan's little power play when he laid out them rocks in that bag.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that was a good little gameplay. That was
I was like, bruh, you could have gone home. That's what I was thinking when he did that. I was like, wow, wow. But yeah, that was it was very clever. Just was. I wonder if he told anybody about this cleverness. He should have.
I would hope he told them.
Yeah, like
I would
yeah,
hope.
yeah. I mean his
I
team.
would
Yeah,
hope. I mean, it doesn't even really matter because he's still at the bottom no matter what. He
yeah.
is
But maybe they'll.
now officially at the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah,
The only thing I could, well, child, now we getting into
yeah.
let's go to the journey. Then we'll come back.
And it had an MC go on her tribe. I can't remember.
She just was able to say, and everybody.
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
They
yeah,
did kind of nominate her. Yes,
volunteered.
yeah. But side note, before we get into this journey, I was like, I know you probably like, I was like, who is delivering the note? Okay, I was like, you might not have noticed this man, but I was like, who is this delivering the note? Like, who that in the bag? I was like, who is?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Note? All right, now we may proceed. Anywho, the journey. Thoughts?
That was a hard ass journey.
Yeah.
At first, when I got there, they read it. I was like, "Damn, this do kind of suck." Like anybody could have came to this because everybody. I mean, no matter what, they both gonna work hard to make sure they have their vote.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the advantage thing was kind of cool, a possibility, But Nate, I was like, Nate, you got you some like trickery going on. You could tell him he's a dad. You could tell he's a dad. Got a little like got to think 2 steps ahead, make them think that it's their idea type of stuff. Like he's used to thinking on his feet, and so I was like, it worked out. But I don't know if that's going to be good or bad for him in the long run because MC did make a comment about it.
She did,
but
yeah. I was like, okay, MC being perspective. Perceptive. But I was definitely like, girl, as soon as you saw that you still had some time, go back in that jungle.
Yeah. And she probably was just so tired. Like, it's done. Let's just go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think she could have found it.
Maybe, but I'm like, what is like? Did they give him a map? I was tired watching them. I didn't even see he read the instructions clearly.
No, they just said it was in between 2 trees or something like that, and said go out there and find it. So it wasn't very clear.
Interesting, yeah. Well, that was good, Nate.
But why Nate like canceled himself out and said like I know I'm losing it no matter what. I don't know why he did that because it's like all you're doing is searching. So it has nothing to do with fitness. They didn't say climbing up in no trees. You just had to find it.
Maybe he was just like, I'm gassed. I'm out of it. Because Nate be gassed in these challenges. He's very, very, very I think aware of his physical capabilities and limitations. I was trying to, but he just kind of proceeds with what is his best asset and makes it work for him. So but yeah, I like Nate. Anything else about this journey?
No. Yeah. I just wish I knew what the advantage was. Like I wish they like had a little bubble that popped up and was like what they left. And they said what the advantage was.
It would have been nice, to know. Okay, well let's get to the new Hina tribe. They back at tribal council. Thoughts on Jawan and this Savannah situation? Because I'm like, damn, Jawan can't catch a break.
Jawan can't catch a break, but I was happy that he got to be a little vulnerable at tribal council. And every single time it was panning over to Savannah, because it's like, girl, you keep commenting on these things, and they all connected to his insecurities. So now, how you feel? How you feel?
I don't think she feel no type of way. Savannah,
like,
she got a very good poker face because she be in there in the confessionals like, this guy, I can't stand him. And then she'd be like, when he does something, she's like, it's so funny. It's so funny. Like homegirl got a poker face. So I don't know what she's thinking at Tribal when all this stuff happened. Nate's face looked a little like, he looked a little like touched by it a little bit in my view, but I don't know. But the thing that surprises me about Nate is that I be like, Nate, you're not gonna look out for brother man. You're not gonna look out for him. Like you just gonna throw him to the wolves.
Yeah, I would write his name down. I'm like, wait a minute, how did we get here? I know. This is the son. This son. Like this sunny boy. What's going
on? Yeah, he's just. They not bonding. I thought they would bond, movies and or like
nerdy themes.
And Nate's like, I'm not a nerd. I'm a dad. I'm not a nerd. But yeah, I don't know. They're not seeming to bond, and Nate seems to be willing to throw him to the wolves. So it is what it is. But yeah, Jawan he's much more socially awkward, isolated, all those things than I expected him to be preseason. But
same. Because I had him at like number 3.
Yeah, you did have him up there.
He was gonna go in there and be like,
should have laughed at your winner pick.
Have a little bit more.
And for those who didn't watch the draft, she laughed at my winner pick of Shannon.
I did laugh.
She had a big
Shannon.
face.
Let's laugh again. No,
not you. Shannon's doing good though. Good enough. I don't know. Good, better than Jawan. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both at the bottom. They're in the same.
I think Shannon's gonna go farther. I know she's gonna get a tribe swap just at the right time, and she's gonna be all right.
You think they're gonna do another tribe swap?
Or like merge or something. I don't know what they're gonna do. And sometimes they've been doing this little thing where they go to the beach before the merge, and it's like I don't know, not a quite merge number, just a little bit above.
Merge, right. But it's like another challenge. Which I actually don't like that. But
yeah, I don't like that either. I like the merge to happen. But but it's not bad. It's not bad when they do that because they do them 2 tribe things and 2 people go home. It's like, so who knows what's gonna happen. But I don't count Shannon out until she is out. Like there's something about that girl.
You can't count nobody out.
Girl, stop trying to say that. Like trying to undercut what I'm trying to say. But
she still has life in the game. She's here. Torch ain't snubbed. So she's here. She's playing. Let's see what she do with it. But for real, if she makes it to the merge, which all it's going to take is Blue to keep winning. If Blue keeps winning, it's over with because she's going to be able to go right back where her OG people.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
It.
Oh, pause to go back to the other trial. It just flashed at my notes really quickly with the chickens. Did Steven say he broke a rat's neck? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said something with his friend's dog or something. Yeah.
I just
saw it. Like, oh my god!
I just watched an episode. I just watched The Pit. I binge watched The Pit. We should have covered that. But I binge watched The Pit, and there's an episode where one of the guys breaks her, and I'm like, this is just the most ridiculous, unbelievable. I have questions, Stephen, about this little rat neck breaking. First of all, they got necks. They're not just like what are those animals that can just spineless? They can go through anything. They don't have like what is? Anywho,
girl, can we move on because I'm getting sick thinking about it. Okay,
I was just like, it was like that was supposed to be the relief. From not killing a dog or whatever. If he had said he killed a dog to like like put him down, like out of his misery or something.
She's still going.
No, I'm talking about a dog. I'm talking about a dog. I mean, look, cut this part out. We'll cut this part out because people love their dogs.
You could have left
But
it
people love their dogs. I don't want them to think that I'm like this crazy person. I just personally, I think that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is crazy to kids, like, because you euthanize a dog, put them out their misery. Do people? I've never had a pet. I've never had a pet, so maybe this is just ignorance speaking. But I've never had a pet. But like, people don't put the dogs out of their misery on their own.
Yeah, people put their dogs down.
Like, I mean, down, like, by youth, like, taking them somewhere. Do you do it on your own ever? Yeah. If it's just like, oh, you just put them out of their misery. So I thought that's what he was going to say, though. I thought he was going to say that. Okay. But, like,
I mean, there probably is somebody out there who has, or, you know, gave him like a little pill or something. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, but the rat, I think that was worse. That's all I'm trying to say, is that the rat was worse. Anywho, skip back to the Hina tribe.
Yes, back to the Hina.
Yeah. Jawan, one of the things I also will say about him is that he keeps leaving the tribe, being like, oh, I'm going to go talk to him. Like, bruh, you need to be with the people.
Stop. You need to be in the tribe. But I mean, Savannah
makes him feel safe.
I mean, what she say? You're always listening to my conversation. Lo and behold, he listening because he just enamored by how well you speak. And I'm over here like, why do you think she speaks so well? I just want somebody to out her. I want somebody to out her.
Like, yeah, no. But one thing I will say,
that is cool though.
What's cool?
I'm gonna say it's a not cool, but it is an observation, because I know I be thinking that sometimes, like, oh my god, like I need to work on my speech. I was looking up Toastmasters a couple days ago because
we got to get.
I'm like, I need to work on my public speech.
Same.
I want to be a great podcaster.
I know, right?
So I'm like, I'm about to go take classes now that I'm done studying for my licensing exam for the listeners I passed. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go take me some public speaking classes.
Same.
So I felt Jawan in that moment, and that is how it happens. You hear other people talking, you're like, wow, it just kind of like rolls off your tongue. I'm like, I be looking at TikToks like, damn, you ain't said not one filler word. You just going, and you sound so good, even when you ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. No, I agree. So, I totally agree. And I'm like, and I used to be a courtroom attorney, like, back in the day, and it was always like, oh my god, it's swimming upstream for me, because I just talk too much, and it was just like, all right, I had to train myself 3 points and cut out, like, because these are hearings.
No, but I know for me though, like working from home, like even though I'm a therapist, so I'm in like low-key constant communication.
Well, you listen a lot
when you work from home, and you're not like in a working setting anymore. That like ongoing communication with different people, and like having not just one-on-one conversation, you kind of lose it a little bit. For
sure, yeah.
So that's kind of like the downside of it, because I'm like, I was not like this in graduate school. I was a little chatty Cathy. I was a chatty Cathy, but now I'd be like, child, what you gotta say? But
yeah.
Anywho, back to
Survivor.
Yes, I felt Jawan in that moment. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. He needs to, if he can, I totally forgot. We didn't talk one time about Jason going home. I was like, if he can, what I was going to say is, if he can develop his relationship with Jason more, and I was like, like in real time, realized that man is gone, because I'm like, he needs more people like Jason, you know? He needs more people like that.
I just don't think anyone is going to turn on Savannah. Like, Nate's not going to do it in order for them to have had a number.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, that's his tribe, right? Rizzo seemed to have some affinity towards him. However, he's just like, he's in with the people he's in with. I don't think he would bump them for him. But I think he's going to have to go to the other tribe, personally, because I think he's gonna have to go to the other tribe, and I think that that's perfect for him, to be honest, because they're down 2 people. They're gonna need numbers, and he needs people, and I don't think he realizes it yet. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, but that's what's gonna get him though. I think, like, if he keeps being naive about his position in this tribe, then it's not going to look good for him. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I hate for them to have to lose again, and then he sees it's him on the line because they don't seem like they're going to get rid of Sophie B. So
That's what I'm about to say. Also, Savannah, I know that Jawan is getting on her nerves, but it's giving that she might just be the type of person who somebody always gonna be getting on her nerves, to be honest. Like, and he just the one who's here now. And so if he goes, like, is it gonna be Rizzo? Is it gonna like who would it be? You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's just particular to Jawan. I think that she's uncomfortable right now because they're in the elements, and it's just like, all right, what's the next uncomfortable thing? Yeah. And so I wonder about that, but I don't know. But she's a very vocal person. I'm wondering. I just cannot see her making it all the way through and being this big of a powerhouse. I just can't. So I know she's gonna fall soon. So I'm just trying to figure out like how does it happen? You know, how does it happen?
Yeah, I do wonder though, like if after this tribal, Nate's, Rizzo, and am I the only two? Yeah. I do wonder if Nate and Rizzo are going to be like, okay, yeah, like we actually want to keep Jawan because like we like Jawan. It's Savannah that has the issue with Jawan, and now all of a sudden we got to just go with whatever Savannah's plan is, especially this close into the merge.
I just wonder about Nate though, because Nate was the one who started sort of proposing it based on Savannah's, like, you know, she put the ball in motion. But it's giving that Nate also sees him as dispensable, you know?
Yes, but I wonder if that is because they did not want to start this like actually like solidified Hina versus Uli war.
Well, that's what they did.
That's why. Yeah, they did it, but I'm saying that was the idea behind potentially going with Jawan. It's like if we get rid of one of our own, maybe it will disarm them a little bit going into the merge.
I feel like that. I feel like there's something. I feel like it was more about Jawan. Like, to be honest, I mean, I do think that was like part that was a benefit of that move, but I think it was more about Jawan because I don't think you just like that's not a strong enough reason to just go forward and eat your own. It's like you eat your own if you don't like them, you know? It's kind of annoying anyway, you know? And this is a win-win, you know? We get to eat and, you know? But anywho.
Yeah, I guess the other reason was that potentially if they do go to the merge, he would be the one to flip.
Oh, yeah. That and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that's part of like there's some distrust or something that is not you're not a huge fan of in this person. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's it. I didn't even really see the preview that much because I was like doing a word puzzle and I was like, oh my god, I'm missing it, trying to play the game. And so I saw some more Shannon and Sophie and Sage, yeah. And so you know, we'll see. Sage. I'm interested in that battle. Yeah. I
think, Shannon like.
Go ahead.
I was saying in the preview, Shannon like blew Sage a kiss, and Sage was like. That was hilarious. I was living for it. Living.
Yeah. I do not want to see this Hina tribe go back to tribal council. That's when it would be like, okay.
Yeah, no, for
it's
real.
A problem.
Yeah, I need Blue to go ahead and go because I wanted Jason here.
Yeah.
Like, and actually to get onto it, I need them to go back to somebody was talking about on their own podcast. I don't know who it was. About not liking the way they do tribe slots. I like old era tribe slots. Let's do the schoolyard pick so that it is a good mix up and it's even. Like I don't like this whole like you just out because of your circumstance.
But you still could be out of here because of your circumstance in a schoolyard pick.
Yes, but it would be more even because you're gonna pick somebody from the opposite team, so you don't know who has relationships with
who. Yeah.
If I'm on yellow, I have to pick somebody from old red.
But
if I'm
so
on
what
red,
happens? I don't honestly remember these schoolyard picks. But like, what happens to the person that was the sole yellow person?
So it would have been that.
Oh, they go back and forth. They go back and forth. Yeah, okay,
like
I got
Sophie
you.
Sophie and Alex would have been the first tribe members for each one, and then they would have picked somebody from yellow, and then the yellow would have picked somebody from red, and then it would have went back and forth. like that till they got to the last person.
I mean, that's cool too. I don't mind it either way.
That's the only reason why Jason's out of this game. I just feel like
It's not the only reason. Jason ain't got good social skills a little bit. That's the one thing I was noticing, because I was like, do I want Jawan to go or Jason? Because I'm not sure. But then I was like,
Jason, wake up, wake up,
like Jace.
He was looking a little like, yeah. I was like, blink, bitch, play your shot in the dark. I need you to play
and when he looked all shocked at the end, he was like, oh, like his name being written down. Thought name was being written down. And did anybody else get you some confirmation on Rizzo? Like, you went hard on Rizzo. One vote, you could have played your shot in the dark. So that's yeah, I agree. Shot in the dark should. So I don't know. Maybe because I'm a late survivor. Like I Big Brother, I was watching since I was a kid. Like season 3, that's when I started. I have not been watching Survivor that long. I think I started Survivor was already in I think I was in season 20 something, and like maybe even season 30, because I think I started watching around Malcolm's seasons, and I went back and binged everything. But I can't say that I dislike or like any twists. Only thing I don't like is the fire making, and I don't like Edge of Extinction, whatever that season was, where the guy went off and he came back and he won. I don't like that one. I hated that. That's the only twist or season I've ever just disliked of Survivor. And so everything else to me is fair game. They don't do their twists are not as bad to me as Big Brother's twists.
Yeah, no, they're not. And they don't really have too many. I mean, they had a few seasons where they had the battle backs where everybody went to
Island of Redemption. Yeah. Island of Redemption.
Yeah, Island of Redemption. Yeah.
Or Redemption Island, whatever way.
I mean, yeah, what they used to have, Exile Island. That was it, where one person would go, but they would always come back. It wasn't like they were there to the end of the game. But anyhow.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that's it for this. We will see you next week. Hit that subscribe button and that hype button, and drop your thoughts in the comments and share this video. We are looking for the Survivor community. So if you enjoy our recaps, please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, bye.